What happened on me?
You have to say, and we're back. Again, they're not going to know we left.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said you're fine. It's just going to be a cut.
Yeah.
When I tell you, I was on that. If it happened to me, it can happen to you. Oh, I was mad. It was like, I'm getting out of my bed and I'm hearing some, hey, babe, what did you make for dinner? Babe, my friend, please. All right, what's up, everybody? Today, we are here for an interview from the 7. I'm here with the one and only, the amazing, the beautiful Mama Tutu. She's going to be asking me some questions about my newest album, National Lovers Association Cuffing Season. Mom, say hello to the people.
Oh, hello, viewers. Nice to have you all here joining us. And thank you for having me do
Of
this.
course.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Of course.
It's been a while. I've been waiting for something like this. This is my first time, so.
Hey, and not too much on her. Not too much on her now.
Okay, so let's talk about the album. What inspired? Well, I noticed it's a lot of it's loaded with a lot of love.
Yeah. The title, it all comes from the title.
Mm-hmm.
National Lovers Association.
Okay.
It is a parody. It's like a parody universe of the National Basketball Association, where instead of basketball, we're playing the game of love.
Gotcha.
Where the ultimate goal in basketball, the goal is to win a championship ring and win the NBA Finals with your team. In the National Lovers Association, the goal is to win a championship wedding ring.
Oh, interesting. I like it.
Yeah, me and Richmond, we came up with it wasn't the NLA back when we first came up with it, but we had a lot of these what's the word I'm looking for? Comparisons way back when. I'm saying maybe like 2020.
Wow.
Even sooner. Yeah.
That's a long time.
I've been building up to this NLA universe for some time.
Gotcha.
The very first song I ever wrote, not the first song I released, but the very first song I ever wrote was a love song I used to ask out Kay. Very first song I
Are we
wrote.
talking about the same K?
Same, struggling out of the driveway,
Oh,
Kay.
that
Yes.
K. Okay.
Same Kay.
Been stuck on the same old girl from 2019, and I pray that she'll come around.
So, walk me through how you created the whole album from start to finish.
Okay, start to finish?
The whole role play.
Okay, so I think the earliest song from the album was Part of the Game with Taylor. Much love, Taylor. She went crazy. You guys know Part of the Game. You love Part of the Game. You heard it at the concert. Part of the Game was the very first song on the album. And originally, it wasn't even going to be on the album.
Okay.
It's a part of a whole, I released it 2024, old. But that song also about Kay. And it played, so the album essentially tells a story of Tule, or Wonder for the people at home, growing through love, learning the hard lessons about how to love, who to love, when to love, where to love.
So, are we writing from personal experiences or just imagination?
She's trying to get me in trouble. I'm not gonna lie, especially not to my own mom. But yeah, a lot of them are very much heavily based in real scenarios that I did in fact experience.
Okay.
Which is in part, before I know she asked me, and I know the people in the comments asked me, that's the reason the album took so long.
That's paperwork. That's cap. Totally cap. That means lie.
I write songs about life, my life. Every bar you hear was something I went through personally. So I had to live a little bit before I could let the album go. The album was kind of in the chamber for a little over 2 years.
Okay, so I believe there are 13 or 14? 13 songs on the album. So what was your biggest challenge while writing this? And this has been 2 years, correct?
In the span of 2 years, yeah.
So what was your biggest challenge?
I would say honestly, the biggest challenge was the storyline. So I'm sure you could hear from the album itself, there's a story being told. And because, as I said, it took 2 years to write, a lot of times I'll fall into a writer's block of where do we go next? Because at times I would have the opportunity to now move into an imagination realm of, let's make something up for the sake of the song. But it doesn't feel as authentic to what I think makes Tule wonder. I think one of the things that makes me wonder is how authentic I can come off about topics, especially in my songs. Okay. So I feel like if I made something up, it wouldn't hit the same. I think one of the reasons people can resonate with my songs as much as they do is because, especially if they know, about K. So for you, when you listen to Struggling Out of the Drive, when you listen to Driveway and you think about it, it makes it hit even harder because you know the real life situation that turned into this song. So it's like the song in and out.
Okay.
Versus if I just made something up, I feel like it might not hit the same. Maybe it would. Maybe I'm downplaying myself, but I think that's where the true magic in my music lies.
I love that. Let's see here.
But I would say that was the easily biggest hurdle, trying to, what do I do next? What do I do next? Oh my gosh, I just did Heartbreak. Okay, what do I do next? Okay, this song's about me getting K back. Oh wait, but I didn't actually get K back. So where do I go? What do I do? So a lot of times I'd have to just, leave it alone, live life as life was lived, new experiences were gained, and new topics were written about.
And we are back. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so.
You have to say, and we're back. Again, they're not going to know we left.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said you're fine. It's just going to be a cut. That gap doesn't exist to them. That would work if we were live and we paused it.
Okay.
No, we never left.
Stop laughing at me.
I tried to hold it in, but
I'm old school, leave me alone. Okay, so can you give us a breakdown of the album?
Yeah, of course. So it starts with track 1, which is just titled NLA, i.e. National Lovers Association intro. This track features you, of course, where essentially the premise of this track is to establish the world we're in. Like the chorus of the song, that's what I was looking for. The chorus of NLA. That feeling inside, that growing feeling inside, it's one that you cannot hide. Just gotta take it in stride. You're talking about love. Okay. Yeah, hey, she's been studying. But yeah, where it's essentially just telling you like, hey, get ready.
Okay.
Welcome. This is what love is. This is what it means to be in love. And also, people fight for this.
True.
All's fair in love and war.
True.
It is like true love is not easy to find. You have to fight for it.
So true.
But if you find it, it's worth it.
Hold on to it.
You find it, hold on. It's like you said. You go skata dada.
Oh yeah.
Mom did a beautiful job on the album where I kind of wanted Mom to Mom is the theme of the album. She emphasizes the theme of the album where if you ever find love, hold on tight, don't let go. And that it's the reason that makes life worth living for a lot of people, because realistically, who wants to die alone? Nobody.
That's the truth.
Nobody. So people will do crazy things in the name of love. Where I think in the bridge, that's where I switched from the singing to the rapping, where Cupid got me in this league at 16. Now I'm 23. 16 was how old I was when I met K. So Cupid got me in this league at 16. Now I'm 23. 7 years later, and that hunger never left me. That hunger to be in love, still there.
Okay.
Still want it.
That's good. I got one question. I've always wondered and admired. Yeah. And guys, I'm not saying this because he's my son, but In all honesty, I've always wondered and admired at the same time. How do you come up with your lyrics in your title? It just makes my mind go like that. Where do you get them from?
Typically, the lyrics, again, they're based off real life.
Okay.
So traditionally, something will happen to me and I'll feel like writing about it. In terms of, for lyrics. But NLA, I think this one, nothing specifically happened. It was more of, in fact, it was one of the, even though it's the first track on the album, it was one of the tracks I did last. Like in the span of the 2 years, I probably created and did the NLA intro within the last 3 months of the 2 year span.
So your titles, how do you come up with your titles?
The titles, I try to find a basketball reference in almost every title. I try. There might be some that are missed, but either the title is pertaining to love or basketball. For example, NLA, it's essentially just the name of the album. So the intro, that's why I put NLA intro in the title, because it's just the intro, National Lovers Association, for that track.
I think one of your music that really, it just amazes me. Titles like, Dagger. How did you come up with?
Oh, we're gonna get to Dagger. Don't you worry. We're gonna get to Dagger because I want to make sure we keep the chronological order. Because again, there's a story being told.
Okay.
So track 1, National Lovers Association. We establish the world. I tell you about my own experiences in love. I tell you what it feels like to be in love, and also you warn the people, hey, when you do find that love,
got you.
Hold on tight. Don't let go. Also, you did beautiful on it. I had Mom incorporate some pidgin English in there. That way, it felt a little bit more authentic to Wonder. It's easy to just get normal speaking, but to add that Nigerian flavor,
the Nigerian touch,
that's what it needed.
For those of us who don't understand pidgin English, it is kata dada means love messes with your head. It's like you can't think straight anymore, especially when you find true love. Imagine an elderly person or grown up adult behaving like a 16-year-old when they're in love. So that is what it means when it says, and this is just an illustration, when it says it is kata dada. Mess up. And you know what? Literally, he's carrying dreadlocks. Now that means dreadlocks.
Yeah, that was the original reason when we were kind of brainstorming what she was gonna say. That was what really pushed her to go with that line because the dreads.
Okay, so next on the album is
track is Part of the Game.
Okay.
Featuring Taylor Made Savage. Much love, Taylor.
Yeah, shout out to Taylor.
This song is easily the oldest song from the album.
Okay.
In fact, if it had came out sooner, it would have been part of a different album.
Okay.
But Part of the Game, it's about we know who.
Been stuck on the same old girl from 2019, and I pray that she'll come around.
It's about her, where essentially the song sets up a theme of imposter syndrome. Essentially feeling like you don't belong. Feeling like the life you're living or the things you have, you don't deserve.
Okay.
So kind of like that, where I had Taylor sing the chorus and the sample of the song. You know that I need you, so why don't you need me? 'Cause baby, I bleed you, so why don't you bleed me? Where it's essentially me pleading with her, where it's like, I want you and I need you so bad. You're so essential to my life. Why is it not the same for you?
So how does the game come in?
The game, part of the game of love. That's just part of the game.
Okay.
Game of love, where essentially the song just talks about how things have been going between me and we know who. Where it's kind of like, I can't hate the game of love. Can't hate the game because ain't no telling where I'd be without you. There wouldn't be a me without you. That's a dumb, want to succeed without you. Where it's again, I've lost my passion to even be in love.
Got you.
Because my attachment to the love of love was with you. And now that I can't have you, it kind of ruins the taste a little bit. It's like, it's as if, imagine you started learning to cook because you wanted to make a specific dish, and then you can't make that dish. It's kind of like that in a sense.
Got you.
Very much like that, where essentially I'm setting up a theme. But here, one thing that's very important of the song, I never directly say that's how she actually feels. This is what I'm thinking. And this is only in Tule's head. This is only in Wonder's head. That's why I say imposter syndrome. Because I feel like she doesn't need me. I feel like it's not reciprocated. When in actuality, it very well could be. But it's just not being shown for reasons that are touched up on later during the album.
Okay.
But this song essentially sets that up, and it also is kind of like it's a farewell to We Know Who's character for now. Okay. By me speaking, getting it off my chest of like, it's it's giving obsessed. My friends say I'm crazy, but that doesn't faze me, cause you know that ain't me.
Nice.
That's how that song ends, and then it also ends with a speech from Steve Urkel from Family Matters, where he essentially says, it's like wanting to touch a star. You know you'll never reach it, but you just have to keep trying.
Okay.
I really resonated with that specific speech, and then also that Steve Urkel specifically would be referenced later on in the album. So it was really cool the way those two dots kind of connected. But that's part of the game with Taylor. Much love to Taylor. When I tell you she brought that song to life. Originally it was me singing that sample with my voice pitched differently. Did not hit the same. Nowhere near.
It didn't work out.
I mean, it could have, but nowhere near what Taylor did. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
She did sing. She sang beautiful.
She did amazing. Taylor.
Yeah, she did amazing. Tell me about Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone. That's the next track. Rolling Stone is essentially, okay, now I'm over We Know Who.
That's the paperwork. That's cap. Totally cap. That means lie.
Okay.
Cool. Single, no problem. But while I'm being single, no problem, magically everybody around Tule is in love. Everybody around me is in love. Everybody. Dad decided to go get married. He's in love. Perfect husband. I'm like, even the old man's finding, where's my girlfriend? Where's it for me? Everybody else gets to be in love, and I'm just here.
You were not alone.
See,
Mom
gets it. See, Mom gets it. Rolling Stone. Ooh, I hated it.
I'm sure.
But it's essentially a feeling of me being a third wheel, where I was constantly around couples, whether it was Richmond and his brother, or Richmond and Lydia, my brother and his girlfriend. For those who don't know, I'm sorry, but just multiple different couples. I would be around them, and I would
even your dad and his wife.
And they're in that. We're under the same roof. I'm getting out of my bed and I'm hearing some, "Hey babe, what did you make for dinner?" Babe, my friend, please. It really grinded my gears. But in the chorus, I kind of also take that accountability, where it's like, the song is supposed to be, the setting of the song is, it's in a club. The DJ is playing this song. It's kind of a slow dance song in the club. If you single, then put a hand up high. Raise the other if you know you tried. If you're cuffed, if you're in a relationship, hold your partner tight. Cause some people can never get it right. I've been doing it all wrong, so I'll probably end up all alone. As these couples surround me, and my wife hasn't found me, I will probably retire as a rolling stone.
See what I say? I like your lyrics.
Hey, I do what I can. But the chorus is essentially kind of like, it's a DJ calling out to the crowd. Like, all my single people put a hand up high. If you tried to find somebody and didn't work out, put the other hand up. It's kind of like that. Nice. And then I reference the DJ later on in the bridge. Every time I hear a slow song in the club, I get fed up and say so long to the club. Where it essentially, again, I'm getting frustrated Now, one of the things I also wanted to paint with this song was that, one, I acknowledge it's my fault. That me being single is of my own creation, which is the truth.
Okay.
It was the truth. And then also to create a sense of desperateness, a panic. Because on track 1, nobody wants to die alone. Track 2, the one person I did have that love with is gone. They're out the picture. Track 3, now I'm seeing everybody else around me get in love. So that desire, that need for it is growing. Okay. So now standards that I would have had are slowly starting to lower because now I need it. I need to be in love. I need it. And that perfectly sets up the next song, which is, if I'm not mistaken, Last Dance Remix. Yes.
I do love
Last Dance Remix. Much love to my big brother, Rashad Stark. He went crazy. For those who don't know, this was the song that this was the beginning of me and Rashad's entire music collaborations together. This is the very beginning of it. This is where we started, where the original Last Dance was on the first NLA project I did years back, where the original song was about We Know Who. And that's where the title Last Dance came from, because our last dance together. Let's have one more go at it, our last dance. And also a basketball reference where Michael Jordan had a documentary. The documentary was called The Last Dance. So basketball title, and also relates to.
I like how you kind of connect them to each other.
Oh yeah, no.
Make something out of it.
I have to. That's the only way my brain works. My brain doesn't work any other way.
Nice. Well, good.
Oh yeah. But Rashad essentially takes my first verse of Last Dance, where it was originally about missing We Know Who, and converts it into a, hey, Wonder, let's go to the club. Where the storyline is, okay, Tule's sad about being single. Rashad says, hey, Tule, or hey, Wonder, let's go to the club, man. Don't even worry about all that. We're going to go party tonight.
So what about the part where it says something like, I'm hoping it's this one. Hope I'm not mixing them together. It says somebody's gonna Uber her home.
Yeah.
You can take the khaki out.
That's Rashad. That's
Rashad.
Rashad. Yes. Okay. So the story, Rashad, and again, much credit to Rashad because I didn't really give him a direction. So we didn't know this song would serve this narrative purpose in the beginning. It was supposed to just be a fun dance track originally.
Okay.
But when Rashad set up that verse, I said, ooh, there's groundwork here. He was kind of storytelling in the verse. Very, very, nothing too crazy, nothing groundbreaking, but enough to where we can turn it into something.
Yeah, and you guys did. You did an excellent
job. Oh yeah, no, I love working with Rashad.
I don't know if it was you or Rashad. Somebody said they were gonna Uber her home.
That was Rashad.
And the other person can take the car keys.
That was Rashad. Where hey Wonder, you can have the keys to the car. I'm gonna Uber with her to the crib.
There we go.
Because we came together. But Rashad, in his verse, he establishes we meet twins. Rashad is talking to his twin. I'm talking to my twin. Rashad likes to.
So the girls are twins.
Yes, the girls are twin sisters. Rashad, they're twin sisters from London. That's the setting Rashad has established.
Nice.
So Rashad goes with his twin. They go Uber back to the house. So Rashad gives me the keys to the car so I can go home whenever I want. And then in my verse later on, my verse was new. Because the original Last Dance did not have my second verse. I didn't have a second verse. It was just the chorus and then song was over. But after Rashad had his verse, and I said, oh, Rashad did good. Now, I have too much of what I like to call music pride, where, especially on my own tracks, I hate getting outdone by somebody else. Because to me, it's like I can't let you outdo me, especially on a beat I made. So a little sneaky of me, but once Rashad had already gave me his finished verse, I said, this is really good. I have to turn it up a notch. That's one thing I really like about working with Rashad. It's always very much an iron sharpens iron kind of thing where I'm like, Rashad just went crazy. All right, let's go. Wrote my own verse where I'm essentially directly responding to Stark as he's leaving the club with his twin. Stark, I'm gonna stay at the club. I seen this one shorty, she's showing me love. She's throwing it side to side and ready to ride with pride. Tonight it's a dub. A dub as in W. It's a win. It's a victory. So instead of the twin, Rashad, I don't talk to the twin. I see a different girl at the club. This girl would be the new love interest of the album. So this is her introduction. I purposely did it like this, where essentially we meet at the club, we're having a very good time, we're really bonding, we're clicking.
Okay.
We're clicking. So this is where the new character who is introduced, where we can call her, let's just use them, it's quicker. But M. M is introduced. M will be a very important part of this album because she is the first new love interest that isn't We Know Who.
Okay.
M is introduced in Last Dance. Cool. Rashad goes back home with his girl. Me and M are still at the club. This perfectly sets up for the next song, Falling For You.
I was